I'll break it, burn it, drag it all around, twist it, turn it, you can't tear it down. 'Cause every minute, every hour, you'll be shaken by the strength and mighty power of my love.
Welcome back to Talking Elvis. You may have seen there was a video last week and then there wasn't. Actually, I got a worldwide block on the video. Very unfortunate, first time it's happened to me. Normally I have copyright issues, if you will, which just say that it cannot be monetized because I'm using music, and that's totally fine. But this was the first time after 45 videos that it was actually blocked worldwide. One of my old friends, Paul, in the UK actually saw it on his YouTube, which I thought was strange, but he wasn't able to play it. I'm not sure if you experienced that as well, but it was blocked. And it was unfortunate because it took me about 14 hours to do it. And it was an hour-long video representing our fan club dances back in the 1980s. We used to do what we'd call a video disco in the 80s. We were a bit ahead of our time back then, and we would have two VCR players, you know, the ones that used to top load. You put the VHS on the top and push it down. We'd have two of these and wires that we kind of made up ourselves by ripping different wires with our teeth and joining them together. We'd have them linked together. One, you press play and the other one would record. And then we'd have another cable running to a big TV so that we could see what we were doing. I put together 1 hour. It's 1 hour and 3 seconds. I wanted to keep it to 1 hour of what essentially would have been akin to the last hour of our Elvis fan club dance. And it was actually really good. So I'm disappointed that nobody was able to see it. You can see here what was blocked. A comprehensive list. In fact, pretty much everything that I had put on. I did check about possibly disputing the block, but apparently because it's a worldwide block, there's no chance. So I'm afraid that video is gone, which is a shame because I think any Elvis fan would have enjoyed it. And as I said, I spent quite a bit of time doing some editing, and there was a few surprises in there. One thing I don't understand, and if you know the answer, then do let me know. Everything that I captured, screen-wise, movie clips, was all on YouTube anyway. So it's already out there and can be viewed. So why mine was blocked, I have no idea. It wasn't as if I'd taken new Elvis material and tried to post it on YouTube for the first time. My understanding, sort of, is once you put something out, it goes into the public domain, and it just means that if the video is played and watched, then the people who own the material receive the money, and that's totally fine by me. The 68 special and the Hello broadcasts are owned by EPE. They're incredibly strict on it, but it's all over YouTube. Anyway, that's the past. That video is gone, and today we continue with Elvis's Cars. We finished part 2 with Elvis's black Rolls-Royce, which he bought in 1960. So we move on to 1961.
Look at this beautiful 1961 Chrysler New Yorker wagon. Ain't she a beauty?
for a little company. There's always me.
There is no documented evidence of when Elvis purchased this, but by July 1961, he had a 1961 Chrysler New Yorker station wagon. Now, I've seen it listed as a 1962 model. However, these were not typically released until around September. As Elvis had it already in Florida while making Follow That Dream, he got it prior to July 1961. This car is not very Elvis. It was known as a town and country wagon, but it was a top-of-the-line Chrysler luxury vehicle at the time. A Golden Lion V8 engine and 350 horsepower with a 3-speed push-button automatic transmission. The car could seat up to 9 passengers. As we know, Elvis would prefer to drive around America rather than fly in the 1960s. So it's my feeling that this car was mostly for the guys and odds and ends which they could put in the back of it. At over 18 feet long, the car is huge compared to today's standards. And by October, he bought another station wagon, this time a 1962 Dodge Cornet. Now we know this because along with the 1960 Rolls-Royce, the 1960 four-door Cadillac sedan, the 1955 pink Cadillac, and the 1956 Lincoln Continental, the two station wagons show up on Elvis's automobile insurance in December 1961.
Her hair is soft and her eyes are oh so blue. She's all the things a girl should be, but she's not you.
The Dodge Cornet appears to be more of a personal car for Elvis, not as flashy, of course, as the Cadillacs, but still powerful with a V8 engine. On Tuesday, the 17th of October 1961, Elvis buys a 1962 Ford Thunderbird Sports Roadster.
Presenting Thunderbird 1962, now in a new sporting edition, the Thunderbird Sports Roadster. Its beauty is brave, its cockpit a seat for action, with slipstream headrests sculptured for a swiftly flowing line. A fiery Thunderbird V8 engine is leashed to your fingertips, eager for flight.
We have this famous picture of him with the salesman Ernie Barrasso. I think you will agree this is an amazing looking vehicle. It is one of the most distinctive and rare Thunderbirds. A 390 cubic V8 engine, around 300 horsepower and 3-speed cruise-o-matic automatic transmission. There were only around 1,500 of these cars produced. For Elvis's 27th birthday, on the 8th of January 1962, he is at Graceland. And on the 12th of January, he purchases a Dodge motorhome, complete with a double bed, 2 bunk beds, and a full kitchen.
For the millionth and the last time, darling, let me hold you tight. One more kiss and then I promise I will say my last goodnight.
He plans to use this from now on to travel from Memphis to Los Angeles. And the first time he does so is when he leaves in March to go and film the movie Girls, Girls, Girls. Very direct steering and lots of road feel. Not surprisingly, this camper van started the American road trip craze. Something I've always wanted to do, drive from west to east one day, and maybe one day on Route 66. In September 1964, 4 years to the month, Elvis buys another Rolls-Royce. This time it is white. A 1964 Rolls-Royce Silver Cloud Mark III. Elvis had this car for 4 years. It was given to a children's charity in July 1968. Remember Elvis's 1960 black Cadillac limousine? In May 1965, Colonel convinces RCA to buy it and suggesting to them that they put it on a tour. Since Elvis was unable to tour due to movie commitments, why not just get Elvis's car and put that on tour, which indeed they did. We have these photographs of Elvis while he was filming Spin Out, and they were taken as publicity pictures for RCA to use. The car is currently at the Country Music Hall of Fame in Nashville, and this is some footage that I filmed, I think in 1992.
1960 Cadillac 75 is the most striking and famous in his collection. In fact, at one time, it was one of the most famous automobiles in the world. We'd like you to see the interior of the car firsthand. Purchased by Elvis and RCA Records in 1960, the car was converted into a luxurious mobile lounge by California's custom car king, George Barris. A special hand-rubbed paint job, 24-karat gold-plated trim, and a custom interior altered the Cadillac's stock appearance. The solid gold theme has been carried throughout the car, from the gold and white interior upholstery to Elvis's gold brush and comb set. For entertainment on the road, Elvis added a 24-karat gold-plated television set, black and white of course, and a 45 RPM record player. There is also a luxurious gold refreshment bar, equipped with a refrigerator that freezes ice cubes in 2 minutes, gold ice trays, and cocktail dispenser. And Elvis's personal touch is everywhere. In the engraved telephone, the custom guitar-shaped identification plaque, and the gold records attached to the interior ceiling. This luxurious custom limousine is at one with Elvis Presley's colorful career and lifestyle. Please take a few moments to examine its many personalized features.
In May 1965, in addition to the Dodge motorhome, Elvis buys a Greyhound bus. He then has it sent to George Barris to customize it for him. And then on Saturday, the 9th of September 1965, while back in Memphis after filming Paradise Hawaiian Style, Elvis buys a 1966 Oldsmobile Toronado.
A 1966 Oldsmobile Toronado. This is no ordinary new car. You just have to take a second look. As my kid says, this one is tough. I've seen a lot of sports cars, but this looks racier than anything on four wheels. And the front wheels have the power. Hey, this is a big car. It's a full-size Olds with plenty of space for 6 adults. That floor looks flat enough to play billiards on. Looks big enough, too. Prospect sure will go for this space. And it's a luxury model, too. Professor, this is a car that a lot of people are going to get excited about for a lot of reasons. Big reasons like front-wheel drive and spectacular little things, like the dual inside door handles that let passengers open the door as easily from the rear seat as the front. Well, Professor, taking off in a Toronado is a real sensation. This car has more smooth power than I've ever felt before.
And less than 2 weeks later, on the 23rd of October at 4 o'clock in the morning, Elvis is stopped for speeding while driving the car home from the Memphian Theatre. He would later take the car to California, where it pretty much stayed. Here are some pictures of Elvis at the car taken by Sandy Miller near the Rocca Place House in August 1967. By April 1966, Elvis is using the Dodge motorhome to travel between Tennessee and California, but sometime at the end of May, the engine packs in And Elvis buys a 1966 black Cadillac Eldorado convertible.
If today was not endless highway, if tonight was not an endless trail, if tomorrow wasn't such a long time, then lonesome would mean nothing to me at all.
In August, Joe Esposito returns to Memphis to pick up the Greyhound bus and drive it back to California. They never do fix the engine of the Dodge motorhome, and Colonel arranges for that to be given to another children's charity. On the 6th of February 1967, while buying as many as 14 horses, Elvis buys 2 El Camino pickup trucks. And over the next 3 weeks, he would buy an additional 24 of these trucks, as well as other vehicles which they could use between Graceland and Circle G Ranch. By this time, he's so much into the cowboy lifestyle. Being at Circle G Ranch, he does everything he can to put off his trip to California to start filming Clambake. When he does eventually go to Studio B in Nashville to do the soundtrack album, he turns up in full cowboy attire, complete with chaps and a cowboy hat. And once he gets back to Circle G, he again delays his trip to California, saying that he has saddle sores. By November 1967, much of the equipment and vehicles that were bought for Circle G are auctioned off. On the 9th of May 1968, Elvis buys a new Lincoln Continental, a black one with a vinyl roof. Vernon drives it to California, where Elvis is filming Live a Little, Love a Little. In 1969, he would buy another Lincoln Continental, a Mark III.
If you let the stars keep telling you who to love and not to love, you may never find contentment for your heart. You could go on love forever, and darling, that means never surrender love. Let's forget about the stars.